Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you if you're watching around the world. You are joining the Invictus Racing League Formula 2 Equal Performance. It is the brand new season. It has been long awaited. We are here. My name is Energy Dan, and I'll be giving you the commentary as and when it happens. But joining me this season, it is my pleasure to introduce to you for the new season is last season's champion, the Waris Lander. Waris, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. Good evening, everyone. And let's get this hype up for the new season, because I am already very hyped.
Yeah, me also, mate. I've been really looking forward to this. So we have got quite a few driver lineups changing. We've got drivers coming up from F3, down from F2. We'll just take a minute now just to give everyone a rundown of the drivers this season. So what I'll do is, Warriors, I will take this car by car. Just to give everyone an indication of who is who. So in the Alfa Romeo Racing, we have got Aaron J. Spence, and we've also got Colin J. These are two friends. They know each other off the track, and they are joining the same team for this season. In the Aston Martin Red Bull Racing, we've got the MJ Coupe and Estimats. So a very strong team indeed. We've got the Haas F1 team, the pre-season to you, Warris, the champion of Nick J. Thompson. He was the season champion before you. And we've also got Humberstone. Everyone will remember Humberstone from last season. Absolute brilliant driver. In the McLaren, we've got Ferocious Dan. Ferocious Dan is moving up from F3 this season, so watch out for Ferocious Dan. He was being super dangerous in the pre-season races. And we've also got our beloved Sab. He's joining Ferocious Dan in the McLaren. I won't expect Sab to be in any other car other than the papaya of the McLaren. He absolutely loves McLaren. So keep an eye on these two. Especially Sab, be doing good things for McLaren this season. In the Mercedes, we've got Captain Stiff, an absolute pinnacle of Invictus Racing League. He's been with us pretty much from the start, I do believe. And Delange, who's also an Invictus Racing League coordinator. These two together, keep an eye on these two, Warris. These two are going to be formidable. You've also got a new drivers joining Invictus Racing League in Formula 2. We've got Gaming Alamonda and we've got RG4422. I believe RG4422 is one of our French drivers, just from across the channel, joining us in the Renault team. So a French driver for a French team. In the Rocket Williams Racing, we've got YNWA Matty and also Mr. Steen. Then in the Ferrari, we have BioFreak, our South African friend, and we've also got Tanker 903, another Invictus big name. And then bringing up the last of the racers, we've got the Sport Pesa Racing Point team, covered by Loza97, a new driver, and also TB23 is also a new driver joining us. So, I don't know about you, Warris, but it's going to be an absolute fantastic opening round. I'm seriously looking forward to see what these guys can do. What about yourself, mate?
Yeah, hearing your intro to those guys, it could be a very close championship this season, because there's so much guys that can really challenge this season. And you know, almost everyone you just called up, every time I think like, yeah, we should watch out for that guy as well, because for this or that reason. And I really think like everyone could win it, actually.
Yeah, I do. I agree with that, actually, mate. I really do agree with that. And I don't know if our viewers have actually seen the lineup, which we will at some point run through. But it's a hell of a lineup for the tracks this season for Invictus Racing League. Absolutely brilliant, I think.
Yeah, it really is, and a lot of tracks that can really provide the action you need and you want in you know, in a championship like this, in a racing league like this. And I'm sure those guys will absolutely get the max out of it, and they will put up a fantastic show for us.
Oh, of course, mate, as always. Formula 2 is an absolute fantastic, as is all the other leagues, but I do feel Formula 2 has some of the most ferocious battles and most of the ferocious skill set shown throughout Invictus Racing League. They might not be the fastest, but they certainly do put on a good show. I'm trying to catch who we had coming out of the pits there.
It's Tony.
Was it Tony Y? Okay, let's go with Tony Y. There we go. So just joining with Tony Y as he comes on his outlap. So if you were lucky enough to catch the previous broadcast to this main event, Warislander and myself, well, I saw Warislander go around this track. Absolute brilliant circuit. Now, as we were saying in the hot laps, Warriors, you can see Tony Wise out on the softs, which we weren't expecting at all, were we?
I really weren't, and there's in fact a lot of guys who are going on the softs. I'm seeing 3-4 already right now. So, oh, that's brave, and I think, you know, as I've explained earlier before in the hot laps edition, I really don't think that should be a choice you should take, because they overheat so quickly. I did one hot lap, and also at the end of that lap already, my tires were overheated. So you really got to be good on your tires in the race if you want to pull it off, and then still you're gonna have a very hard and long stint on the hard tire after that. So we'll see. But Tony is certainly a guy who's always capable of doing good qualifying performances, and who's always a guy who will go on the softest tire to go for the pole lap.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be intrigued to see the softer hard guys pull this off. I really would, because I think, you know, a long stint on those hard tyres, I don't think it's going to be the best tactical advantage, especially when you've got to do more laps than the hard tyres are designed. You know, the soft tyres on high fuel loads are going to do, what, 6-7 laps at race pace, maybe?
Yeah, there's just, you know, if you want to pull it off, you have to be very quick in the beginning. Still make sure you don't overheat the tires, but you have to drive the pace. And then the only advantage you'll have is that once you go in the first few, I'd say 10 laps or something before the medium guys will stop, you will have the upper hand in pace probably, so you can do sort of an undercut.
Oh, sorry, Tony, why going wide there? That might have invalidated his lap there.
Yeah, but that is a corner you can go pretty wide at, but it's a bit of inconsistent in invalidated lap type, so we'll see.
He looked quite over, Warriors. He did look literally all 4 tyres over, but he's staying out. He's definitely staying out, so let's see if that registered on the board. So Tony White comes across the line. Yeah, he does. It was counted, yeah. So 116.9
wow, that's
dead.
Quick. That's incredibly quick.
I think that's what we expected, though, isn't it not?
Yeah, it should, you know, on the softs. On the softs, you should be able to do that, but of course we didn't expect so much people to go on the softs, but still, for the beginning of a session, it's very quick.
Bio on the hards on a 119.03, yeah, and then we've got,
I think that's a good
Tanker. Yeah. Was it Tanker? No, he's just going on to his out lap now. So TB is the next person to come across the line, maybe? No, it's not. Wow, Bio 3. Ferocious Dan with a 118.933. Absolute fantastic from him.
And Matthew goes over it. Or under it with a 18.5. A lot of times coming in now as DeLange goes second fastest on the 185.04.
Just on board with Aaron J. Spence. Let's see what he can do on the hard tyre. Yeah, wow. Goes second with a 118.350. Wow.
That's good.
That is pretty good indeed. Not bad at all. Next one is, I think Sab is the next one to set a fast lap. He's on the medium tyre, so let's see what he can do. He's probably going to slot into P2, hopefully. Does go wide again, as you said. You can take it a little bit wider on that corner. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do. Just looks like he's getting a little bit... This is the medium tyre. They don't warm up very quick, though. Coming around the last corner now. Let's just see what Sab can do. You see, Gavin Alamondo goes 122.362 on the soft, so he's lagging on those softs. Oh, Sab goes wide. Oh, it's kept though. It's kept though, yeah. 118.218 on those medium tyres. So not as fast as Biofreak on the hard tyre. So yeah, not bad at all from Sab, but just lacking an by 2/10 to Biofreak on the hard. So I'm pretty worried to see what. Well, not worried, but I'm pretty intrigued to see what Biofreak can do on those medium tyres. If he's setting a 118, wow. So I'm sure we've got to see a lot more coming from him. Oh yeah, easy. Yeah, I think if he put the softs on, I imagine he'd be breaking the 116s into the high 115s maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think, because there's a reason why he's going on the hards right now, so he will probably go into the mediums later on. But you must also not forget, of course, there's a lot of guys going on to the hards right now. But it's also a bit of a dilemma you have. If you go out in the hards, how much risk you actually want to take, or if you just want to do a banker lap. Because we could also see like guys like, I don't know, Tanker 903 or Homo Stone, who just really did a banker lap to just at least have a time.
Yeah.
And then once they go into the mediums, they really start pushing, you know. So I think nothing has been decided yet.
Oh, of course. I mean, Estimats is on a fast lap now. He's on the hard tyre. I mean, it's pretty normal to see guys come out on the hard tyre, get a feel for the circuit. I can't imagine any driver sticking with the hard tyre to start off with. Could you?
You know, there's always Captain Steve I'm looking out for, because he's really got a reputation of staying on or starting on the hards a lot of times. And there is some advantages to it, you know, if you like it, to just stay behind the pack, try to keep your distance. As Estimats is coming out over the line right now, I'll just wait for that and then continue my story.
I can see why people revert their strategy to the hard to the medium, because obviously oh wow, yeah, P11 on the hard tyres, not bad though, not bad at all. But yeah, going on the hard tyre first is more resilient to the heavy fuel load that you see. So I do understand why people try to do that.
There's a lot of people who like the overcut, and just, you know, because if you're confident in your pace and you know that you can just keep hanging on to the pack who's on the mediums.
Wow, sorry to cut you off, mate.
Oh, sorry.
Low tack come across the line on the hard tyres in P8, so yeah, brilliant lap from him on the hard. Sorry, mate, carry on, mate.
Yeah, that if you can just manage to stay close to the pack, and then once you make your stop, you will of course have much better tyres on the mediums. And you know, if you're capable of overtaking, you should, you know, there's always a fair chance that near the end of the race you'll have a good chance of getting a podium or a win.
Yeah, wow. So
it's just the style you like.
Ever so sorry to break you off. It looks like Sab's had a communication error with his car. Do you mind just inviting Sab back into the league, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I'll try to.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. So you're just looking down the order there, guys, while Warriors communicates with the teams there. We've got a lot of split strategy so far. We're still waiting on seeing the guys come off the hard tyres. The likes of Aaron Chase Spence is on hard tyres, done 4 laps, so maybe he's just feeling in. Let's just actually see what he's doing, because you know he's done 4 laps of those hard tyres. It's strange enough being on the hards for that long, but setting 4 laps, he's not going to stay there on those hards. Taking 4 lap life out of your tyres, because obviously if you finish in the top 10, as the normal rules would state, you know, you've got to start on those tyres. In the real F1 world, it is whatever you qualify in Q2, you start your tyre on. Obviously in the esports world, it is whatever you finish in top 10 on, you start your tyre on. So there's no way he's going to start on those hard tyres. He's going to come in for some fresh rubber, probably put on some mediums, and I do imagine, judging by that time, he's going to be our pole sitter. Absolute blistering time on those, so fair play to Aaron. So just looking down the order, let's just see who we've got. Looking down, we've got Captain Stiff. Let's see if we can go to Captain Stiff, because he's on. I don't know. Yeah, he's just done. I do apologise, guys. He's probably coming in now. Wrong selection there from me. I do apologise. Looking down, most people are in the pits. Oh wow, I think Steen just jumped up there, I believe. Yeah, Steen just jumped up on the hards. 1:18.584 on those hard tyres, even though he's done a lot of laps on those. But Captain Stiff's done 1 lap. Are we going to see him continue on or come in? Just let's see what happens when he comes 1:08. So yeah, he's actually going pretty quick, actually. He's coming in, but that was quite quick, even for an in lap. You know, he's at 1:18 now. If he was going full pace, he could very well be across the finish line and improve his time. But he's decided to come back in and get some fresh rubber. So fair play. So let's just see if we've got anyone else. We've got Game Alamonda. He's out on track at the minute. Currently on some hards. I think he's going to be coming in. I think he will. So yeah, we've got Ferocious Dan. He's come out on some fresh mediums, so it'll be interesting to see exactly what he can do. I'll just quickly check on low tack. Is he behind Ferocious Dan? Yes, he is. So let's stick with Ferocious Dan. Let's see as he comes across. cut the line nicely. So I do believe we're going to see Ferocious Dan seriously improving his time. So the likes of Aaron and Ferocious Dan could very well be contenders for this podium position. Do we have Waris back? Are you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm there. I was quite able to invite him, Sab, but I get back in, and I didn't really get a reaction right now.
Not a problem, mate.
So I'm
we'll
waiting
leave
for
it
that.
there. That's not a problem, mate.
I'm just checking that report, seeing what the guy, hearing what the guys say about that.
So yeah, just looking down the line, most people are now coming onto the mediums, Waris. So it looks like
there were, of course, that was our attention as well.
Yeah, it looks like the hard tyres are going out the window. Still yet to see. Oh, Ferocious Dan moves up to P6 on that lap. So fair play to him. Looking down the line, Captain Stiff is also out. Oh no, he's in the pits. I do apologise. Nick.
Let's
ride on board with Nick.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just hear that. Wait, I'll have to check it. There's rain scheduled 45 minutes into the race, which means that right at the end of the race we could see some rain.
Wow. Okay, right, brilliant. So, if our racers have been very attentive and seen that weather schedule, we're actually on board with Nick now on the hard tyre. If Nick sets a fastest time on the hard tyre and stays on those for the race, that could be a brilliant strategy from Nick. Comes across, it doesn't improve. It actually stays 17 for Nick. So a 1:19.841 for Nick on the hard tyre. However, that could be, if Nick doesn't run again, got 5 minutes left. If Nick doesn't run again, that could actually be a really good strategy. Hard tyre would take it to around.
It will really be a gamble because it would take him to about lap 30.
Yep.
But you know, with the weather report can always shift up a bit, or because the race is exactly 45 minutes long or so.
Yeah, I agree.
Which means that the rain has to come a little bit earlier, like a few laps earlier, and then you can of course save a pit stop. But it will certainly be a gamble. You're not going to be 100% sure it's going to work.
Yeah, you're perfectly right. So we're still to see RG422 coming out of the pits. He's not set a time yet at all. So we've got the likes of RG422 has just come out of the pits now, and then we've got Tanker 903 just leaving the pits on fresh tyres. So if you just see what they can do. So we've got Tony Wise sitting pretty on those soft tyres, a 116.435. Low tack on in medium tyres. Actually, let me double check I've got that right. Best, sorry. Yes, there you go. I did have it on the wrong set, and I do apologise. But so Tony Wise set on the softs, then low tack on the mediums. Colin J. Ferocious Dan also on the mediums. Excuse me, guys. So we've seen these three drivers I just mentioned coming out on fresh mediums. So we're interested to see exactly what they can do. We have got Ferocious Dan coming in the pits. Colin coming in the pits. Humberstone on medium tyres is on his out lap. Yeah, Humberstone's probably coming in. He's already done a lap on those mediums. Has Nick stayed out? Let's just have a quick check with Nick. So Nick has stayed out. Let's just see if he says comes to end of sector 2. Let's see if he's up or down. Right, he's improved. He's improved by half a tenth, or just over half a tenth. He's approaching the final corner. Yep, he's going for it. So let's see if Nick has improved. And there's a racing sport getting a slipstream there. So Nick doesn't improve.
Lozak does and moves him up to second. He was right behind Nick. I was watching him, so I'm sorry to
So I think, no, it's fine, mate. And as I was saying, as Nick was going around the corner, we saw Lozak come around the corner, getting a little bit of a cheeky slipstream there. That improves him up to P2, as you said. So fantastic stuff from him. And just looking down the order now.
Really quick lap time over there on the medium tire. And it's 2 laps old as well, so not even the best circumstances for him. And I think he could have had a bit of dirty air in that last corner, which could have cost him a 10th as well. So the pace of him seems very good.
Yeah, it does. It really does. For a stand to pit. Just on board with Humberstone, who's on some medium tyres. This is his, I believe it's his first hot lap on these medium tyres. Oh, do you see a change there? I think I might have missed that, but yeah, we've still got Tony Wise sitting pretty at the top on a 1:16.435. He's come out now on some fresh softs again, so it looks like Tony White is going to have to start on those soft tyres. It's not like he's going to go faster on the medium tyre, so yeah, he's the only person so far that has set a lap on the soft tyre. Very interesting tactics there from Tony Y. Just on board with Humberstone.
Very brave.
Just to see what he can do as he comes into the final sector. He's in sector 3 now. Probably got another 5 or 6 seconds before he gets to the final corner. Is he coming in? No, he's staying out. He's staying out. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve? Is he on a 1:18.150? No, he can't. Wow. Okay, so no improvement from Humberstone as of yet. Let's just see what else we've got. We've got yellow flags in sectors 2 and 3. Have you seen something, Morris?
Yeah, I saw it. It was Colin. Colin who went into the wall at the exit of turn 4 and has lost a bit of his front wing. I believe he was on a quick lap, so that won't be a quick lap after all.
Wow. Well, we've actually seen the two teammates of the Red Bulls, MJ Coop and Estimats. They're sitting in P9 and P10. They're on fast laps. Oh, no, sorry, Coop's not. He had to get out of the way for a rear driver. Estimats is on a fast lap. Go a little bit wide there. Oh, no! Oh, we just saw Estimats get a little bit wide, and he's in the barrier.
Did the exact same thing as Colin did.
Yeah, so he's in the barrier. That's his qualifying over.
Tony White goes even quicker and goes for a 1:16 dead. Wow. Props to him.
Not quite. He's 96 thousandths off dead, but yeah, you're not far off being dead there, Warris.
Yeah, almost dead.
Almost dead. It would have been nice to see a 1:16 dead, actually. It's always nice when you see that. Who else we got on a fast lap? I don't think we've got anyone else other than Matty. He's on the medium tyre in the Williams. It don't look like he's going fast, though. He's going to come in, I think. Yes, he is.
So that's qualifying then.
Let's see. Captain Stiff is actually come out. He's coming across the line now on the medium tyres. Jumps up to P13. That's all he can muster. So, yeah, fair play from the drivers there. Wow. Kept us guessing there with strategy, didn't they, Morris?
Yeah, I thought a lot of people would stay on the hard tyre to at least try and get to the rain if it would come earlier or something. But it seems like pretty much everyone is going for the mediums and is just going to pull off the strategy we were predicting earlier, which is just the strategy to really to go with. We will keep an eye on Tony White though, because it will be interesting to see what he can do on those soft tires in the beginning phase. You'll really need to try and get away as soon as possible, because I've noticed too, once someone stays in your DRS, it's very difficult to get rid of them.
But saying that though, Weiss, I mean, Tony White could do an absolute stonk of an opening lap, get the gap in free air, and rely on the previous guys to trip over themselves. So anyway, let me run down the qualifying order. So taking our pole position is Tony Y with a 1:16.096. Fair play. We got Lozak in the Racing Point in P2. We got Aaron J Spence in P3. We got Biofreak in P4. We've got the Haas of Humberstone in P5. We've got Alfa Romeo of Colin J in P6. RG4422 in 7th. We've got Mr. Steen in 8th. We've got MJ Cooper and Estimat side by side in the P9, P10 position. We've got Ferocious down in P11. We've got the Racing Point of TB2 in 12th. We've got Captain Stiff of the Mercedes in 13th. We've got Tanker 903 in 14, and I will get back to that in just a second. So sorry about that. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good call for Tony White to break out a tremendous opening lap, try and break that toe. And if he can break that toe, he could maybe slow down and just go to just keep that 2-3 seconds gap to open up that
That's going
soft
to be
tyre
the key,
life.
the key for his race to
I think it is,
get
mate.
a good opening lap, because I've noticed that too as well on Monday when I was driving myself, that once you can get into the DRS of someone, even though your pace might not be as good as him, you can really stay close to him, because DRS is just very crucial. You can just, once you have the DRS, you can just stay into the gearbox of someone, follow him around, and then just that will just gain you 3-4 tenths of lap time, really.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So you really need to get that 1 second cap.
I mean, while you're talking about DRS, Warris, it's beneficial to say as well that Hungarian is a buy one get one free on DRS. As you come out of turn 13, just before you turn round that loop section of 14 round the last bend, you get the first DRS detection zone. I say first, it's the only DRS detection zone. So if you're within 1 second of a guy that you're chasing, you get the DRS down the home finish straight. But then when you turn around to corner 1, you actually get the second DRS zone for free. So you don't actually you don't need to make the overtake down the home finish straight. You can just stick right behind the racer and benefit from the rundown from turn 1 all the way down to turn 2 with DRS. So you can either pass down the home finish straight, or you can pass down between turn 1 and 2. So
Yeah.
it's
It will also be very interesting to see if some guys will be smart enough to just once they've noticed the DRS being so powerful, to just for a few laps just stay in someone's gearbox, and then make the pass right at the end.
yeah.
Because once you're in front, the guy in front, most of the times you will be the slower guy, and the person behind will have the better pace. So sometimes you just want to sit behind, I guess.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, on this circuit, I think it is better to get in front and not bide your time, because the dirty air on this circuit, because there's so many corners and the adverse cambers, is going to ruin your traction and your tyre wear. So
yeah, so that's what I thought as well. But I'm sorry to say, but I really thought that certainly for this track. But I really had the experience on Monday that you really would just want to be behind some car, because I had a fight for P1 and P2, and once I was in first position, every time the guy behind kept pushing me, and so at one point I thought, okay, let's just let him go. And as soon as I was behind, I had the better pace, I had the upper hand. So
yeah,
just through experience, I'm saying that. As we're coming to the starting grid now, so I'll leave the 5 red lights to you, mate.
That's not a problem, Wise. Thank you ever so much, mate. There you go. That's all our racers. The installation lap is complete. Lining up. So you go, guys, as the final races line up for the opening season race, the Formula 2 Equal Performance in the Invictus Racing League. Here we go. We've got the green flags flying and the beautiful red lights. 2, 3, 4 and 5 lights. And they're out. Away we go. And everyone's spreading out already, but Tony White's getting a great start on those soft tyres. As we see the Ferrari, the Alfa Romeo and the Racing Point coming in side by side almost. Yep. So as we expected, Tony White is making a great getaway, but the Racing Point of Lozak is getting chased down by MJ Spencer. We see the Ferrari of Biofreak just having a cheeky little look down the inside there. The Biofreak is also getting chased down by Colin J. It looks like have we got Mr. Steen dropping down as well, unfortunately? So unfortunate for him. Warris, what can you see down further field, mate, as we're looking at these lead pack?
Yeah, so I'm looking at Nick right now, and he seemed to have lost his front wing. I don't know really what's happened, but he's got no front wing on his car anymore, and I think he spun or something, because there's already 30 seconds behind the pack.
Yeah, we've also got MJ Coop down 9 positions right at the back. If you want to check on MJ Coop, that'd be great to hear, mate. What's happening with MJ Coop?
Yeah, he's got a front wing damage as well, I believe. The front wing seems to be clear, but he's dropped down a lot.
Wow, so a couple of incidents there, unfortunately, but just looking at the pack, Everyone's got away clean from P1 to P4. Colin J and RG4422 are up to 1 positions each. Humberstone dropping down 2 positions as we just complete our first lap. Still got Tony Y leading now. He's still within DRS range. DRS not activated yet, but on the next lap it will be activated. So it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Right now, so he's almost got that 1 second that he really needs. So he'll be pushing like crazy at this point, and of course he's still got to try to not overheat his tires because it's very easy to do on a soft tire here.
Oh, of course, yeah. So there you go, there's the tyre graphic for anyone watching. With the only people that are different is Tony Y on the soft tyre, and we've also got Captain Stiff on the hard tyre. Looks like Nick J. Thompson has succumbed to those issues suffered on lap 1, and we have lost Nick, our first racer to leave the race tonight. Hopefully it is the last person to leave the race tonight. So just right on board with RG4422. He is in P6. He is actually up 1 position. No one else coming in the pits so far. No one's actually decided to come in and change. So I don't think we've got much wing damage at all. As Lozak sets the fast lap of 1:20.666. DRS is now enabled. DRS is enabled.
And it seems like Tony is already suffering from tire issues because Lozak is gaining on him massively at the moment. And he's well into that DRS range.
He is,
he's
yeah.
4/10 of P1.
See, I think if I was Tony Weiss, I would literally let him go. There's no point battling on those soft tyres. They're going to overheat. It's going to be like an ice rink once you get those tyres overheated. So yeah, I think it'd be a better tactic to let him go. Fighting him is just going to make those tyres overheat, as we suspected.
Yeah, it is, and yeah, but it's difficult because the other guy is also so close behind. On the other hand, he won't have a lot more laps left on those tires because, well, they won't go much further as 5-6 laps, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
looking
down,
you can see Lozak really gaining in every braking zone, and this surely should be the pass for the lead already.
Oh, he's chewing on the gearbox. He's going to get DRS. Past the DRS line now. Rear wing opens up. Could he get? He's going to be brave. Yeah, he turns to the right. Goes the inside line for turn 1. Pretty clean move there. You couldn't argue with that. That is bound to happen. So low. Oh no, he's coming back at him on the inside of turn 2. Which is technically the second part of turn 1. Now it's turn 2. Lozak's still in front though. He's still in front. But now he's going to get pressure from Aaron J. So Aaron J's having a look. Let's see what happens as he comes up to turn 4. Aaron J just taking it very nice there on the throttle coming through turn 4. Didn't want to put too much pressure for the rear tyre. So Aaron J being very conservative on those medium tyres. Very careful. So I imagine Aaron J is going to try and take these as far as he can while still being competitive.
Yeah, and you must not forget that Aaron J is not too far behind from Tony and also not from Lozak. So he's also looking really on the pace as those two guys, Lozak and Aaron, seem to break away a little from the rest of the pack.
I'm just riding on board with RG4422, who's all over the back of Colin J. Warris. He's got some serious pace in the braking zones. He really has. Every time he comes to a braking zone, he picks it up. He's in the DRS range now. It opens up. He's all over the back of Colin J. Might not be quite close enough to make it into turn 1, as we see Colin J getting a little bit happy on the back of Biofreak. So we've got a serious battle here for 4th, 5th and 6th. 3 drivers really close together, chewing each other's front wings and gearboxes. This could be a seriously good battle here.
Yeah, I'm still looking at Aaron and Tony, but he hasn't seemed to be able to pull that off into turn 1. So I think the fight for P4 is a little bit more exciting right now, as you're saying.
Yeah. We've also got Ferocious Dan looking down the order. Ferocious Dan looking on the back of Estimax's gearbox. And then likewise, we've got TB2 and Humberstone fighting for it. So we're going to try and keep a lot of these battles. We're going to try and stick with the top 10, obviously. But there's a lot of... Oh, hang on, let's go to Aaron J. Went the wrong way, I do apologise. Aaron J. He's all over the back of Tony Y.
Meanwhile, Lozak is really having, you know, a positive effect from that fight between Tony and Aaron, because he's breaking away, even though...
Tony Y's in the pits now. Where is Tony Y's in the pits?
Yeah, I saw it. So this is the moment Aaron can get back into the fight to Lozak. Yeah,
so those soft tyres, as we predicted, not the tyre choice you wanted to start on this race. We predicted it in hot laps, we predicted it in qualifying, and it's happened. Tony Y has succumbed to the soft tyre nightmare. However, what does Tony Y go on? Let me just check on the tyre strategy detail. He's gone into the hard tyre. Now, 29 laps on the hard tyre. I think Tony Y's only saving grace could be that when he gets to the end of the hard tyre life, it starts to rain. What would you say, mate?
Yeah, I think, you know, the only thing from this point, he will have slightly better pace, I guess, because the tires of the guys in the front at this moment are in this race 6 laps old, but of course they drove on it in qualifying as well, so they will be like 8-9 laps old. So he will have a bit of a pace advantage, and he can gain. But he must just hope that the rain comes earlier now, I guess, yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, just on board with Colin J now. We've got that same battle would be Biofreak, Colin J, and RG4422. They're still battling out for this chasing pack position, let's call it. So close together. Obviously, Biofreak now is not going to get DRS, but Colin J and RG are going to get DRS, which will bring them closer coming up to turn 1. Now, coming around this turn 1, you've got obviously the hidden corner of, let's call it 1A, up to this nice sweep and then a turn 2. Who takes this nicer? Let's just see. I would say Biofreak lost out there, because RG is all over the back of Colin. Biofreak didn't quite get the drive he wanted to. So 6 laps completed of this 35-lap race. Everyone apart from 3 drivers on the medium tyre. We've got the likes of Captain Safe, Tony Y, and Tanker 903 all on the hard tyre. It's only Tony Y that's on fresh hards. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is, and also behind them from TB, who's in 7th to like 10th place. They're all within a second of each other. So
we just saw we just saw an incident there. We just saw Colin J and RG going side by side. I had to flick to it.
And they're still going for it.
Yeah, it looked like Colin J got pushed off the racing line onto the grass. Tony Y getting a penalty there. So these two going really hard for it. We missed that on the stream. I do apologise to our viewers. But Colin J is coming back at him. We're going to ride on board just to see exactly what's happening, because it looks like someone out of these two is struggling. Colin J will have DRS coming up to turn 2. Let's just see what happens. Riding on board with Colin J. So apologies to our viewers that we missed that. I just saw on the graphic we were changing places as we slipped to it. We saw Colin J off the circuit. May very well be something for our stewards. Who knows? Hopefully nothing malicious and just a simple mistake. Oh wow, Sab gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So just taking those racing lines a little bit too tight and getting a couple of tyres just off that white line.
And this is also the track which at some points really can be tricky on track limits, because there's certainly a few corners at least turn 4 where you really got to be on it to not extend or not cut the track. You really got to be in that zone, because it's very easy to do that.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, just having a look at the times on the board there. In the top 10, we've only got TB and Gavin Alamonda that are really attacking. Sorry for us, just down on Estimats. Could we see a change here? Estimats all over the gearbox of Estimats. Ferocious Dan seriously chewing up those gears. Having a good sniff of Estimat's gearbox there. Not quite close enough. But coming through this little twisty turn section here, could he get close enough coming up to the turns of 7, 8 and 9? Very well could do.
Just can't make it. Meanwhile at the front.
Estimat's off. Estimat's into the barriers. So
Estimat's got a bit of damage.
We just saw from the view of Ferocious Dan that Estimat's got a little bit untidy and got pushed out by his own merit, I do believe, into the barriers. So Estimat's now down in 10th. Game and Alamonda is chasing down Ferocious Dan, who Ferocious Dan is chasing down TB. So still pretty close, because after Ferocious Dan, we've got TB2, who is chasing down Humberstone. Humberstone sitting pretty there, 7/10 behind Colin J. Colin J is over a second and a half behind Colin J. Colin J over a second and a half behind RG, out of DRS range. But RG got DRS.
A little bit of contact as well.
Oh, wow. So just on board with RG, Warris, he's all over the back of Biofreak. He's having a look down the right side just to make his presence known in his mirrors. But yeah, he's putting some... Ooh. I thought something happened there. I do apologize, it was the camera angle. But yeah, RG is still pushing on the back of Biofreak. What are you watching, Warris?
Yeah, I was just watching the people catching up to Estimates, and in the penultimate corner, Matty seemed to have hit the person in front of him. So I'm not quite sure if he's got some damage. Oh no, I mean Steen hit it, Gaming Alamonda, but I don't think he's picked up some damage. But there was a bit of argy-bargy going on there, yeah.
Wow. We just see an Estimate's pit as well after that incident we saw. He's come out on some fresh mediums, so it looks like he's planning for the rain also. Those mediums can maybe do 17 laps, I'd say, at a push. That would take him to 27 laps, maybe around the time of the rain, but we will soon see. RG all over the back of Biofreak. Biofreak seems to be struggling on those medium tyres. Just right on board with the T-cam, looking behind Biofreak. He picks up DRS. It opens up. He's not really gaining though. It'd be interesting to see exactly... Oh, he moves to the right, has a sniff. Nope, thinks against it. So RG thinks better of it, but RG looks like he's got the faster pace over Biofreak. Let's have a quick double check on battery life. So yeah, we have got the likes of RG with a full battery. Let's just check for our viewers. And yeah, oh wow, so Biofreak not got a lot of battery at all. So I would say RG is pretty much our next person in the top 10 to make a move, because he's got the fuller battery. He's all over the back of him. It looks like he's very comfortable on those mediums that have done 10 laps. And Biofreak does seem to be losing a little bit of pace on those mediums.
Yeah, and let's not forget that at the front, there's just only one man who controls the pace, and he's really extending, and no one really seems to be able to match him, because he's got 3.5 seconds already.
Wow.
Incredible pace from him, an incredible race from him already.
And it's climbing, Warris. It is climbing as well. It's climbing a tenth every couple of corners. So the likes of Lotak is really pushing the pedal through the floor. As we're just on board with RG, he's a little bit closer this time. Coming up to turn 1 down the home finish straight. Biofreak moves right. We've got RG moving left. He goes down the outside. Oh, just cuts inside.
Him.
Oh, brilliant stuff from RG.
Defending. Great defending as well from Bio.
That was a very good defensive move. Oh, did they touch there? Don't think so. Wings intact.
Like
Wings intact. That's fine. That's a gentle nudge to say, hello, I am here. I'm not going away. I am pushing you. Humberstone with a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. So the penalties are starting to come. It is historically known that F2 drivers love accumulating those penalties.
I have a quick look at the penalties for the top 5 guys. So it's 2 warnings for Lozak, 2 warnings for Aaron. It's no warnings for Bio. It's 2 warnings for RG, and it's 2 warnings for Colin. So Biofreak seems to be the most clean guy, and the rest of them can't afford to make any corner cut or track extend anymore because they'll pick up a penalty then.
So again, as we saw on the last lap, we're on board with RG. He's coming down the home finish straight. He has got DRS. Will he actually make this move? I don't think he's got the chance. He goes to the inside. He gets a little bit of a push. He does. He's going to get. He does it. He gets it done. Well done to RG, who finally gets the move done on Biofreak. So Biofreak now running P3.
So committed. That was. You gotta be very brave to really put your nose in there, because you know the guy is defending to the right, and you have to be right at the exact moment to pull that off, because otherwise you go into the grass and that could pretty much ruin your race.
Yeah, so
very good move from RG.
I mean, that move, we saw that coming for what, 2 laps, maybe even 3 laps.
Oh, something has happened to Bio. Has he spun?
Oh, what's happening to Bio? No, I think he went off the track, mate. I think he went off the track because he is still racing. The camera's not letting us show his wing. His wing looks intact. Yeah, I think it was
it just went off the track and they just couldn't re-go onto the track because the other guys were all so close behind. I think that's what happened.
I think so
too. I didn't quite see it.
I didn't either, mate. Yeah, I do apologise, but we have got just an update. Colin J is in the pits. Colin J is in the pits. The first of the medium runners to come in the pits. He's changing his tyres. I reckon he's going to go back onto mediums. What do you think, mate?
I think he's just going to try to go onto the hard tyre and get just a massive undercut to get just 2 or 3 laps more than the rest of them, to just gain some tenths. But it's early. It's really early.
I think
maybe he's counting on some rain.
Well, that
maybe rain is coming earlier than expected.
Maybe so, but I think if rain is coming, would you not go medium?
Yeah, that would be a strategy as well. I gotta be honest with you.
Just on board with Mr. Steen, Morris. He's all over the back of Sab. Sorry to cut you off, my friend, but we've got Steen all over the back of Sab in the McLaren. It's super close between these two in the top 10.
Oh. Yeah, so Mr. Steen, of course, going on to no assist this season. Brave move, very good move from him, and he seems to be picking up the pace ever so slightly more and more. Very nice to see that.
Yeah, for our non-racing viewers, no assists is basically no traction control, no anti-lock brake system, no auto brake system, or brake assist, should I say. It is super difficult for our no assist drivers to keep the car on the track. It's ferociously different to having traction control on. So fair play to any of our drivers in equal performance, because assists are allowed. And as we see Mr. Steen coming in the pits, Steen is in the pits. That releases Sab. As we see Aaron J. Spence coming in the pits. So Lozak still in the lead. Wow, Waris Lotak is 8.5 seconds in front of RG.
Wow.
What a lead. What a lead. I think
he had like 4 or 4.5 seconds, so we'll see how much of an undercut Aaron can do now, and maybe he'll be better on the hard tyre compared to a Lozak.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, what's the pit time round here? I think it's about 19 seconds, I believe it is.
I knew it. I think it's 19-20 seconds.
Yeah, it's one of the shorter ones on the calendar.
Yeah, because of course you sort of cut the last corner by going onto the pit, so that gains you a little bit of time.
Yeah.
That makes it a little bit shorter, I guess, yeah.
Oh, we've got Tony White chasing down the P10 position. Can he get in the top 10 here on the back of Captain Stiff? Captain Stiff has done 14 laps on those hards. 14
and now
laps.
Lozak is in. Sorry to interrupt you, but Lozak is in the pits.
So there we go.
This is the race leader. Nothing has to go wrong for him right now.
So I think he'll come out just in front of Tanker 903 maybe, or just behind Tanker 903. Captain Stiff going really wide there. So our new race leader, RG4422, in the lead. 15 laps on those medium tyres, followed by nearly 4 seconds of Ferocious Dan in the McLaren. We've got Biofreak also on 15 lap mediums, almost 2.5 seconds. We've got our fresh in the pits, was race leader, now in P4. So he came out just in front of Tanker 903, who soon will pit within about 4 laps, I would say, on those hard tyres. Could the likes of Tanker 903 choose to go into the soft Warriors instead of that rain coming, or in heat of that rain coming? What do you think, mate?
Yeah, it's all down to when that rain is coming, if it's coming earlier or later than expected. And but for now, I think looking to the sky, it's looking quite okay.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Track, so I'm not expecting it anytime now. We'll have to just wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
As long as there's no one going onto the soft, it indicates that the rain will come right at the end, I guess.
Of course, yeah. I mean, oh, there we go. We've got Biofreak choosing to come into the pits. That releases Ferocious Dan, and RG's in the pits. So, Ferocious Dan, our F3 champion, now takes the lead of this race. It'd be interesting to see what his tyres are like, because he's chosen to stay out. He's obviously happy. He's obviously aware of the undercut and thinks it's not a problem.
Yeah, I think he's just going on, and of course he was not. He can have a little bit of free air now, and that can be an advantage too. So he seems to be comfortable with it.
Wow, Warris. Lozak has come out on hards. Is that an indication that the rain's not coming?
I think it surely is, yeah.
Yeah, but why would you go on hards?
I think he would. Yeah, but he was on mediums, so he'll, yeah.
Yeah, but if the rain is coming, you'd go on mediums or softs. If the rain's not coming, then you'd go on hards. Is this what I'm getting at? Does he know something? Has he got the radio transmission from his engineer saying that rain's still 15 minutes out? You know.
Yeah, I think that really could be the thing, and also because being in the lead and with the pace he had, I think you just don't want to take any risks and having to make an extra pit stop if the rain turns out to not be coming. Because then you'll have to make an extra pit stop, as the rest don't makes an extra pit stop.
I mean, we're just on board. Sorry to break you off, Wise. We're just on board with R&J. Really sort of break you off. There you go. I was about to say, R&J chasing down Delangay and Sab, who've now come in the pits, as well as Ferocious Dan. Wow. So that releases Lozak back into the lead of this race. He's back into the lead on hard tyres. R&J on hard tyres. Everyone's going hard tyres. I don't think the rain's coming, Warris. What do you think, mate? Is it coming or not?
I think it's not coming, because of course we were 45 minutes into the race, and that's exactly how long a race takes. So those guys are, I think, expecting it not to come, which means the playing field is level. Meanwhile, look who's back into P3. It's Tony Y, who has done an incredible undercut and has been really quick on those hard tires and is on the podium now.
Yeah, he's done 12 laps on those hards though, mate. 12 laps. He's still got to stop again.
He's gone in lap 5, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you would look at tire life, it would say 30 laps.
Yeah.
But I think at 30 laps your tires will be like 70-80%, so it's really going to be a struggle for him.
We're still only really half race distance now. RG got in a 3-second time penalty. Yeah, 18 laps is pretty much half distance, mate. So he's still going to have to pit again. He's locked himself into a 2-stop starting on those soft tyres. Okay, yeah, he was in front, but I just can't see how Tony White can finish above P7 or P8. I really don't.
No, it's going to be very hard for him, yeah.
I really do.
Still, the pace seems good, which maybe be a positive thing for him to take out of the race.
So just seen Colin J going down the inside of Colin J. Has he made the move stick? Yes, he has. Oh, Colin J's come back around the outside.
Oh.
And they are side by side with RG right at the back, waiting for these two to make a mistake.
What a fight. Great racing.
Very good racing. These two making a great Formula 1 train. Looks like Colin J is on, obviously, better tyre. Tony Y maybe slowing down RG a little bit. Yellow flagging sector 2. But RG's all over the back of Tony Y. Tony Y suffering on those 13-lap-old hard tyres. He's going to have to stop again. So Tony Y will want to hold up RG as much as he can without being obviously slowing him down. Within the sportsman code or gentleman's code. Not doing anything wrong in terms of the FIA rules. Just defending nicely. But that is releasing Colin J out into the wild to chase down the likes of Aaron J and Lozak.
Yeah, but still, I think Lozak seems unstoppable today, because he's even gained, even though.
Oh, RG on Tony White! Oh, he goes down the inside! Brilliant move from RG. Sorry to break you off, Warris.
Oh, wow.
That was a brilliant move from RG, our French driver in the Renault. French driver in the French team. Absolute fantastic move from him. My sincere apologies for cutting you off, Warris, but yeah, that was a brilliant move. Fair play.
You were absolutely right to do that, mate, because I was just switching back to it and I just got a little glimpse of it. It was a great move.
We've got Ferocious Dan also moving on the back of Humberstone. Ferocious Dan in the McLaren, chasing down Humberstone in the Haas. He's on 6-lap old hards against Humberstone's... 2-lap old hards against Humberstone's 4-lap old hards. So not far off being a level playing field. And he's chasing him down. Humberstone also chasing down Captain Stiff, as you can see from the graphic there. These guys, they're all full of the mirrors. They can see each other. They can smell the fumes, or they can hear the engines behind them. A little bit of a bit. Oh, let's just got Captain Stiff, because Captain Stiff just seemed to have a bit of a heavy locking up there, and that's brought Humberstone closer to him. So Captain Stiff might just have messed up there a little bit. Did you see that, Warris?
I was just looking at the tire information, so sorry, I just didn't really get it.
So Captain Stiff now getting overtaken by Humberstone on the right-hand side. Wow, brilliant overtake from Humberstone. So yeah, Captain Stiff obviously has an issue. On the two or three corners before, we saw Captain Stiff. I think it was a bit of a lock-up, or an anticipated lock-up. So he had to open up the braking zone, and it stopped him stopping quickly, and that brought the likes of Humberstone closer, and he managed to make the overtake happen. But now that's brought Ferocious Dan into the mix. Ferocious Dan is going to get some serious stick now. This is a brilliant battle between these three. Humberstone, Captain Stiff and Ferocious Dan all going wheel to wheel. We've also got Biofreak on the back. He's looking on this battle and he's thinking, yeah, you guys crack on, because if you mess up, I'm going to sweep up and eat it all. So yeah, absolute brilliant battle for this last back-end field of the top 10 positions, mate.
And meanwhile, MJ Cooper is retired. I think he's crashed. What a shame for him.
Oh, unfortunate from Coop.
And just wanted to say, Biofreak is on softs, which is a very interesting strategy.
Does he know something we don't, Warris?
He could. That's quite interesting. Maybe he's the only one who's been talking to Jeff.
Yeah, we all love Jeff, you know. Jeff could talk as oh, here we go, on board with RG4422, goes to the right hand side towards turn 1.
Massive
he gets it. Brilliant move from RG44 there. Brilliant move. Our French driver moved up into P4. 5-lap old hard tyres. He's on the younger tyre, chasing down Colin J.
Oh, what a move from Biofreaks. Oh, and he just couldn't pull it off. Captain Stiff got overtaken by Ferocious Dan, and Biofreaks tried to do it into turn 2, went very late, and Captain Stiff pretty much cut him off.
Wow.
But I think fair.
So we're just on board with Humberstone, mate. He's 6/10 behind Tony White. Tony White 7/10 behind RG. This is going to be an absolute formidable battle between these three. They are literally gunning for the podium. So the likes of Lozak, who is literally tearing up the tarmac, nearly 9 seconds ahead of Aaron J, who's 4.2 seconds ahead of Colin J. So these guys are seriously, Humberstone, Tony White and RG, they want that position. They're going to go for it. They really are chasing for it. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys can do. As we're approaching the end of lap 23, we have got 12 laps to go, guys. 12 laps and counting into the last third of this race.
Also, quite an incredible fact. Captain Stiff.
Oh, sorry, Humberstone on the right hand side in turn 1. He gets it over Tony. Oh, they touch. I do apologise there, Warris, but Tony Y getting overtaken by Humberstone. He made a brave move into turn 1. It looked like Tony Y just turned a little bit late, made a little bit of contact, but I think they got away with it. I can't see damage on Tony Y. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Let's just wait for a better view. Yeah, we're all right. We're okay. Sorry, I do apologise. What were you saying, Warris?
Yeah, so I was just saying that Captain Stiff was on 22 laps old. hard tires, so bit of a guess why he's not coming in. Maybe he's just wanting to stretch it to the softs or something.
Let's look to the sky, mate. It's looking a bit grayer.
It's certainly getting darker out on track. Yeah, you're right in that.
So does he know, again, does he know something we don't? This could be very interesting. Is the rain coming? When is it coming? And how heavy will it be when it comes?
It would be such a shake-up to this race because
even
though like Lozak is 9 seconds in the lead, but you never know how much practice these guys have done on a wet track and how good they run in wet conditions, because there's some drivers who are absolutely livid in these conditions and there's some guys who just can't cope with it. Certainly guys no assists who have a lot of a harder time.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand with no assists. I do race with medium traction control, and in the wet, I would prefer a race to be wet because I do love the wet racing. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think it's really something you got to be into. You know, it's something you enjoy or you totally don't enjoy, because once you're in the wet and once things just don't work out and you spun around, then you're going to have a very tough afternoon. So I think there'll be a lot of, I think that the opinions on the rain coming will be very mixed up between the guys. Some
Ferocious
guys
Dan Morris. Ferocious Dan Morris all over the back of Tony Y. He's seriously chewing his gearbox, mate. I don't know if you can see this, mate, but he was gaining. He's dropped back a little bit now, but he was really... Look at the braking zone difference. He's late on the brakes. He's pushing.
He just braked a little bit too late because he's lost some time through that, but now he's coming closer again.
He's on fresh tyres, though. He's on fresh tyres, Morris. He can brake later because he's got the grip to do it.
Yeah, he really... And of course, Tony is on very old tyres, so this should be the move for P6. I'll let it to you.
Can he make it done? He's in the slipstream behind Tony Y. I don't think he's close enough. I don't think he's close enough here, but he may get him into the second DRS zone between 1 and 2. It's a very short run down to turn 2. Might not be close enough. Nope, it doesn't happen. So he's going to have to wait for at least another 6 corners until he get around, I would say turn 10, turn 11. Coming up now on that cut corner. He cuts it very much all over the back of Tony Y now. You can tell those hard tyres are really playing into his hands. Excuse me, guys. Coming up to the chicane now. Ferocious Dan being very cautious on those curbs. As you can see, he's moved up to the back of Tony Y now. He's chewing his gearbox. I'm very surprised that Ferocious Dan is keeping it as steady as he is, even on those soft tyres, because the dirty wake of these cars around Hungaroring is horrendous for traction. But he seems to be making it work. Again, closes up on that left-hander. Absolute brilliant move coming around turn 13.
Oh, it's gone wide.
He's gone wide. Yeah, well spotted. Wise landed, comes across the line. Side by side, DRS will open Ferocious Dan. Ferocious Dan surely's got it here. He's going to take the inside line. He's going to fend him off. Surely Tony Y will head back. Oh no, we got contact between Tony Y and Biofreak.
Oh, it's fun. Oh no.
Oh no. So, we got Tony Y spinning. I saw it coming. I actually thought Tony Y would have gone wider to come back at him, but then Biofreak was going to take the inside line. That'll be one for the stewards, guys, because it was obvious that Tony Y and Ferocious Dan were going to take different lines, the outside and the inside. Biofreak, I think, should have seen that. I don't know what your opinion is, Warris, as commentators.
Yeah, it almost seemed like Biofreak touched him twice.
Yeah,
so
he
he
did.
touched him first and then he accelerated again and touched him again. So, in my opinion, that was down to Biofreaks.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, as a chasing driver, you've seen 2 drivers going long braking, short braking. They're going to switch over between an inside-outside line to try and come back at each other. As a racer, you should read that. You know, you should really think, right, they're going to do this. What am I going to do? But it looked like he tried to take the normal racing line. It's not for us to decide. We're only commentators. We just say what our opinions are. That's for the stewards if it gets raised. So we will see within 3 days' time what the stewards take on that. But that's very unfortunate from Tony Y.
Yeah. Yeah, but you gotta be honest on it. It's the oldest rule in racing. Maybe the person behind, if a person behind touches you, he's always at fault. At least.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
If you're behind and you touch someone, it's always also part of your mistake.
Of course, yeah. And the only exception to that rule is, of course, the dirty subject of brake checking, which does not happen in Invictus Racing League. That does not happen. So it's definitely not a brake check. But obviously in some racing sports, especially in touring cars, that does happen. But yeah, if you hit someone...
Azerbaijan Formula 1.
Yeah, sole subject. So yeah, just let's have a recap of the race so far. We've got 7 laps to go in this race. We've got the likes of Lozak in P1, almost 10 seconds in the lead. What a ferocious race from our new driver, Lozak.
So RG on the back of Colin now, and he's going for the move, going to the inside. Yeah, and he's really been making those moves today, RG.
Worries, rain. I see raindrops. I see raindrops, mate.
Are you serious?
I see raindrops. So, Lozak needs to time this perfectly. How heavy does this rain come? Does it stay like this and allow slicks to go to the end? Or does it start absolutely pouring it down in the last 7 laps? So the rain is coming, guys. It is here. But
so this
how
is
heavy?
Such a difficult... At this point, it's so hard to be in P1 because you don't want to gamble, but you don't want to go in too late. It's...
I don't know, 10 seconds.
Playing mind games with you right now.
Yeah, but 10 seconds, that's a buffer.
When you're P2, you're like, okay, I'll just go for it because what have I got to lose?
It's
in
coming
P1,
down,
you've
though.
got everything to lose.
Whereas it's starting to come down harder and harder. I think the rain's coming, mate. The rain is coming.
It really is.
Wow. So
and it won't take long for the track to get wet. But it's the question how hard the rain is going to come down.
Lozak,
because I believe it was in the first place it was light rain to be expected but at this point the rain seems to be coming down quite heavily already.
Warris, Lozak, Aaron J, RG, Colin J, Humberstone, Ferocious, and we've got Biofreak in the pit. He's the first to go. Biofreak in the pit. Captain Stiff going for it. Estimat's going for it. Delange not quite at the pit entry yet. He's on hard tyres. I think he'll come in the pit. I really think he'll come in the pit. Sab and Bio.
It's going to be.
Sab and Delange. Delange and Sab still going out. Mr. Steen going for it. There you go. So, the first person, Biofreak on inters. Estimat still on mediums. He's decided to go longer. Wow. So, could this be Biofreak's race by choosing to go onto those intermediates? We'll go to the leader. He's 49 seconds.
With Biofreaks to see if he can gain on those guys, but at this point he seems to have a lot of trouble with traction and with understeer. The tires could come to him though, I guess.
Wow, Lozak staying out.
Seconds.
Mate, Lozak staying out on the hards. Aaron J staying out. RG staying out. Colin J.
It's the right decision because coming out of the pits, Biofreak was 13 seconds behind, and now he's already lost 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So the track really isn't ready for inters yet, and he's been overtaken by DeLange and Estimat at this point.
So everyone's staying out. No one thinks it's quite time for those intermediates. Estimat staying out. Delange, I think he's staying out. Sab also staying out. Actually, he's coming around the corner. Delange is still to come around the corner, so I do apologise. I think Delange's going to stay out.
So it's been a brave gamble from Bio, and sometimes it can win you the race, but in this case I'm afraid he's going to lose in the race because he's just gone 1 or 2 laps too soon. Yeah,
I think it is, mate. Yeah, I mean the rain is coming. It's starting to get damp now. You start to see those lines being created on the track where the wetness and dampness is going. So let's just go back to our leader. Borrow's about the flicking of camera. So Lozak, 12.2 seconds in front. So that damp weather has actually increased his lead, and he's staying out for another lap. Let's just go to fastest lap and show you the difference. So the fastest lap is 1:19.873. Let's go for last lap. Can we do that? Last lap? I just missed it. But yeah, the fast lap. Fastest lap is a 1:19.873. Let's go down to see someone that's going to come across the line. Humberstone, the next. So Humberstone comes across the line. 5, 6, yeah, 4.5 seconds slower than his fastest lap, but it's actually 6 seconds slower than the fast lap of the race. So this wet weather is causing problems. It's not unnoticeable. The wetness is coming.
Yeah, but this is just because I'm still looking at Biofix and he's really struggling. Oversteer all over the place. So we're really at the point where you don't want to be on inters, but the softs aren't very quick, or the mediums aren't very. I mean hards. I'm sorry. The hards aren't very quick as well at this point. This is just the point where no tire seems to fit the situation.
I mean, Estimas is doing pretty good on those mediums though. 21 laps on the mediums. Is he going to go to the end on them? Seriously, really?
Yeah, at least to the inters then. Yeah. That's a very impressive stint.
He's got 18.9 seconds in front of Delange with about, I think it's 6 seconds penalty. 3 laps to go, or 4 laps to go for him. He could very well stay up on those slicks and keep that P9 position, I think.
Oh, and now RG is coming into the pits, so he is going to try it.
Wow, so RG into the pits. Lozak, 13.
And there's more guys. There's Frost is down as well.
Wow, so they're struggling then. They're struggling. That releases Colin J and Humberstone. Humberstone to chase after that last podium position. But RG's now 9 seconds behind. He's even dropped down further. Yeah, so Game and Alamonda now 10 seconds behind Humberstone. He's also 3.9 seconds behind Colin J. Can these front 3 runners stay on slicks? The rain seems to have settled a little bit. So maybe staying on slicks was the right choice. Maybe the guys who went to intermediates just got a little bit too antsy in their pantsy about the intermediates.
Yeah, and with only 4 laps to go right now, it's a question: are those guys in front going to lose so much time that they should make a pit stop, or can they just pull it off by staying out? I
don't think they will, mate. Look at the rain. I don't think it's strong enough. I think the slicks are still good enough. It looked like it was harder. The rain has lightened up. When it first started raining, it really looked like the rain was going to come, but it looks like it's sort of lightened up, or at least steadied off.
Yeah, it's not going further than light rain at this point.
Just on board with Delange in our P10 position, chasing down Estimats and Captain Stiff. We've got Estimats, who is now on intermediates behind Captain Stiff, and they're literally behind each other. The front runners don't really have anything close. This is the closest battle we've got in the top 10. But Estimats looking super good on those intermediates. This is only the battle for P9, P10. Oh, I do apologise, RG. Oh, sorry, Gaming Almonder's in the pits and Humberstone in the pits. That releases RG. Say Humberstone, Gaming Almonder in the pits. I do apologise. Yeah, I think that's just secured P1, P2, P3, mate. What do you think, Morris? That's it.
Yeah, or the last lap, the track must be so bad, but I almost kind of imagined that.
But I think that's our top 3 positions, I think, is locked in now. I think that's it.
Yeah, because RG is not gaining an awful lot at this point on P3, so...
Yeah. Wow.
I think this is it. It's just been a gamble, because what's RG got to lose, but it just seems that the pace is quite similar between the hards and the intermediate to this point.
Yeah, I totally agree, mate. Yeah, I totally agree.
We're really at this switchover point now, and with only 2-3 laps to go, I think there's no point in bidding.
We've just seen Estimats get past Captain Stiff. So apologies for missing that. We've got 2 battles here. We've got Captain Stiff on Estimats, who's just overtaken him. But then we've also got Delange and Sab, who's chasing after that last point position. Penultimate lap. He's chasing after it. We're going to have to change from this soon. We're going to have to join our leader within about, I would say, a minute's time. We're going to join our leader to come across the line. But Sab is chasing after Captain Stiff. drop back a little bit now. It was closer. Captain Stiff's even closer to Esteban's. He's struggling on the intermediates. I don't think it's wet enough. I don't think it's wet enough. It's in between slicks and intermediates. That's a strange... Oh, Esteban goes wide.
I think the slicks still are the better type because RG came out with 18 seconds behind Colin. And the gap is now 22 seconds, so it's lost 3 seconds already. The guys were just too opportunistic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
On the interest.
Sab is within a second. Look at these four racing down the home finish straight. As we see Delange getting past Sab. Oh, no, Sab's coming back on the outside. So Sab gaining that position, then losing it.
For the last point.
This is for the last point.
Quite a fight going on right here.
Sab takes it on the inside line, he gets it. Well done from Sab, but he's coming back at him.
What racing.
He's got the inside line coming into turn 5. Is it turn 5?
Oh, they're still going for it. Wow, what a show these guys are putting up.
Yep, turn 4 coming up now. Crosses it. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic from Sab and Captain Stiff.
Delange.
No, Delange, sorry, yeah. Absolutely fantastic from these guys. But we're going to have to soon join our race leader because he's on his last lap. Sorry to break off from this battle pack, but Lozak has earned this. He's on the last lap. We're going to have to join it. He's earned it. He really has. We've seen him go from the front. He's in sector 2. He's only slower by 2 seconds than his fast lap mate. That's impressive in these damp conditions. On board with Lozak. To the end of sector 2. If you want to give us a running commentary of the pack, that's fine, Waris.
Yeah, I'm just watching at it.
Give us an update as you see fit, mate.
Yeah, they're all fours. The gap is exactly the same between all of them, I believe. Incredible! Wow, yeah. This is quite the image coming down the straight.
As we're just on board now with Lozak, round the final corner, taking up the home finish straight. I guarantee he's going to weave. He's going to weave. He's going to weave. He's got it. He takes the win. Absolutely fantastic for Lozak.
What a job.
Just on board with R&J. He's going around the final corner. He's getting chased down by Colin J. Penalties may play a part of this.
Sorry to interrupt you. Captain Stiff has been overtaken. He was right at the front of that 4-pack, but now he's right at the back. So yeah, those guys are still going for it in this last lap.
Oh wow!
Very close. And now into the chicane, Sab is overtaking Estemats. What a move! I haven't seen that being done today. Sab going from at the back of those 4 guys to the front, picking up suddenly 3 points instead of 0.
Wow. So Lozak P1, RNJ P2, Colin J P3, on board with RG 4422. About to come across the line. Where does he come?
Humberstone has retired at the last lap.
We lose Humberstone, but RG44 comes across line P4. Ferocious standing P5. On board with Gaiman Alamonda on the intermediate tyre. He comes across the line. Where will he come with penalties? He will take P6 initially. On board with Sab. Sab is up into P7. He's made some serious plays in the last lap. What a final lap for Sab. Sab drops down below Delange. Oh, we'll come back to that in a second. But it looks like Sab made up some serious positions there in the final lap.
What a final lap. What a first race of the season.
Mate, I wish we could have been on board when you were narrating the final positions, because it looked like Sab made an absolute stonker of a final lap there. Did he make up 3 positions, I believe?
He went from 11th or 10th to 7th in the end.
So 4 positions. Wow. There you go, guys. There's your race winners. Absolute fantastic stuff. I don't know about you, Waris, but I found that was an absolute fantastic rollercoaster ride of a race.
Wow, we opened with the rain coming at the end. Mate, incredible.
We opened up Formula 2 equal performance, opening season race with a bang, I believe.
Yeah, it really was.
With a big
bang.
Want
to thank everyone watching, and I'm just going to go up now. Got to go to the stewards, so I'm wishing you good luck with the interviews, and you got to congratulate the podium from me.
That's fine, mate. I'll take a rundown of all our races. Thank you, Iris, mate, and I will catch up with you soon, mate. So, here we go for our race winners. We've got Lozak P1, Aaron J. Spence P2. We've got Colin J. P3, RG4422 in P4, Frostistan in P5, Given Amonder in P6, Delange in P7. We've got Sab in P8. We've got Captain Stiff in P9. We've got Estimats in P10. Humberstone in P11. We've got Biofreak in P12. We've got Mr. Steele in P13. Tony White in 14. MJ Coop in 15. And the DNFs run as follows. Do apologise, guys. I'll get back to that shortly. But I don't know about you guys, but that was an absolute fantastic race. Bit nervous towards the end there with the slick tyres, intermediate tyres, the rain and whatnot. But absolutely fantastic. So if you just bear with me, guys, I'm going to speak to my media correspondent and get them into the commentary box for the podium interviews. Wow, what a race. Absolute fantastic stuff. So we heard from the start of the race that there was going to be rain around the 45-minute mark, which, as Warislander said, is pretty much the end of our race. So I think guys gambled on the rain coming, but it didn't quite happen. It did rain, but not exactly to the point where intermediates were beneficial. The guys running late on the hard tyres, they had to go onto the intermediates. Interesting, very interesting. Bear with me, guys. So I won't be talking much here because I'm speaking to my media correspondent who is getting our racers to the podium. So apologies, guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant opening season for Invictus Racing League. I couldn't have wished for a better opening race. Absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've not been checking out on the stream comments, but I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. I did. I'm pretty sure Warislander did. We're going to carry on speaking with our correspondent to get the race podium guys into the comms room. If you just bear with us, guys. So if you are still watching the stream, guys, give us all the comments. Let us know exactly what you thought of that race. Whether you thought that the who won should have won, or what your surprise of the race was. Be interested to see what you guys think. It's always lovely watching the comments back. We really appreciate you guys interacting with us. Absolute brilliant stuff it is. So I believe we've got our 2 podium guys in. I'm just going to try and find my media correspondent to get the last one in. I believe it's Colin J is our last person. So I'm waiting for my media correspondent to get him into the pits. She's running down now into the pit lane to grab P3 position winner. Hopefully we will have all 3 of our podium places with us ever so shortly. If you do bear with me, guys, we will soon see exactly who we can get for the podiums. There we go. I believe we have got all 3 racers coming to the podium interviews. However, we do have Lozak 97. Welcome to Invictus, one of our newest drivers. Absolute fantastic opening season race for you, mate. How are you, buddy? And congratulations.
Hi, I'm good, thanks. So I'm expecting to do really worse than that because my wheel broke off 2 days ago, so I have to play with the controller and the automatic gearbox, so it's not the faster way.
So, even more valiant than we thought. So well done, mate. So you were on the pad when you were used to the wheel. That's even better. So congratulations on the win. Was there any point of the race that you thought you were going to lose it with the rain coming?
Yeah, because I thought the rain was to be more more than that. So I fear that I have to pit, but in the end I struggled a bit in the middle sector with some moments that almost lose the car, but then and slowly I made my way to the end. So it was a bit scary the last laps because were very slippery and 6 or 7 seconds lower than dry, but yeah, it has been very fun.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to you, mate. We was watching you all race. Absolute fantastic opening season for you, mate. I think you're going to be a contender for this season. So just while for our listeners, Lozak, just tell everyone where you're from. Is it Switzerland, I believe?
Yeah, I'm from Switzerland, from Italian Switzerland. So, and I'm 21 years old.
Oh, fantastic.
And so, yeah, I hope that will be a good season.
Well, judging by that performance, I imagine it very much will, mate. So, thank you ever so much for joining us on the podiums. Congratulations on your maiden win for Invictus Racing League. We congratulate you with the utmost respect, mate. And thank you ever so much for joining Invictus. We can't wait to see what you do next race. It's going to be very interesting, mate. But yeah, again, congratulations, mate, and thank you for joining us, mate.
Thanks.
You take care, buddy. Thank you ever so much. Aaron J, where are you, my friend?
I'm here, mate. You alright?
How are you doing, buddy? How was that for you?
It was alright, considering I don't like the track at all.
Yeah, it's not a track I like either, mate. But how did you find that strategy? Did you expect the rain harder than that?
Nah, it was a tough call because me and Colin were talking in the party and we weren't sure whether to pit or not, but it didn't seem to come down quick enough.
Yeah, we thought that in the comms box. We heard about the rain. It was close to the end. When we first saw it, it looked like it was going to be a little bit harder, and we saw people dive in the pits. But then it was pretty evident that the slick tyre runners were going to be okay. So did you stick it out knowing that?
Yeah. It was a tough. Sometimes the game said it's going to be the end, and it turns up like 20 laps in. So it was a tough one. We were all just sitting there waiting for it.
Yeah, fair play. So Aaron, obviously you're from Great Britain, but whereabouts in England are you from, mate?
Kent.
You're from Kent, right? So our friend Aaron from Kent, taking his first point scoring session of the season in P2. Is there anything you change in that race, or do you think you do the same as if it was rerun?
No, I'm happy with second. As I said, I really don't like the track. It's one of my worst. It's so tough on a pad. I can't. Lozak's just rapid.
Yeah, he is, mate.
On pad, I'm in shock.
Yeah, I mean, a track like that is difficult on pad. You know, the direction changed, the braking zone. So I think you did very well, Aaron. So fair play to yourself, mate.
Cheers, mate.
All right, mate. Right. Well, we look forward to hearing you. Hopefully on the podium next race, mate. But yeah, so thanks for joining us, mate. Congratulations on your P2. And hopefully we'll see you on the podiums next race, mate.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
No worries, mate. You take care, bruv.
And you.
See you, mate. And then we've got Colin J. Are you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here. You're right.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm not bad, you?
P3, mate. Yeah, I'm fine, mate. P3. How's that for your opening season race?
I didn't think I was going to be in the top 5, to be honest, so I'm over the moon with P3.
Yeah, mate. So remind our viewers, where did you start?
I started 5th, I think. 5th or 6th.
So P5 to P3. Strange race from our point of view. You know, we knew the race was going to come at some point. We didn't know how hard. Pretty much incident-free, I believe, for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. Much better than yesterday.
So what was the turning point for you? Was there any points where you thought you were going to be struggling, or did you think it was almost in the bag for a podium from the start?
As soon as the rain came, I was a bit more cautious and started to slow down. And I hoped that everyone started pitting, and I just got a bit lucky and coasted it out at the end.
Yeah, I mean, you guys stuck it out on the hards, on the slicks. I mean, the slicks for one thing, but the hards as well. So how was it on the hards in those damp conditions? I mean, I think I'd have spun, but you guys seem to be doing all right.
I was just driving around at like 50 miles per hour every corner.
The Sunday driver mod.
Yeah.
Fair play. Fair play, mate.
Every corner.
Yeah. So, coming into this season, mate, what's your expectations? What are you aiming to do this season?
Probably for like top 7 in the championship.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Yeah, that's fair enough. Well, I hope you achieve your goals, mate. I really do. Coming on to the next race, mate. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's a lot more of a better track for me. I don't really like Hungary as well. It's just a tough track. But Germany, I really like.
Yeah, I mean, I do like Germany, not only to drive but to commentate on, because the weather system, the racing, it's always top notch for commentators, and racing as well. So again, like I said to the other guys, I hope to see you on the podium again, mate.
Yes.
So you've got 6.89 days to get some practice in, mate. So get yourself practicing. Let's see if you can keep this form into the next race. You're now within contention of if you think about it, you're in contention for the Drivers' Championship, mate, because you're up there.
I'm all up in that part. Take it race by race.
Yeah, well, let's take it one step at a time, mate. But as it stands, mate, you're in contention, buddy.
Yeah, cheers.
All right, mate. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the podium, mate. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week for Germany.
Cheers.
Ever so much, mate. Take care, mate. So there you go, guys. That's our podium finishes for the race 1 of Invictus Racing League Formula 2 Week Performance. Absolute stonking opening session. I thought that was brilliant. The Wieslander enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I really hope the viewers joined it, and I'm pretty sure the racers enjoyed it. Obviously, not the guys that didn't finish. But yeah, coming into next week's race, Germany. I hope you guys can join us for hot laps with Wieslander. So around 7 o'clock UK time, Wieslander and myself will run through Germany. Obviously, Wieslander's taken the driver's seat. He's going to take us on as fast as lap as he can with the fuel settings he's got. Give an indication to our viewers of what's involved in Germany. I think you'll find Germany is a fantastic track to watch, especially the final sector. Very heavy braking zone, very twisty, with a very difficult last corner. A lot of people can run wide on that, so do join us next week. Same day, Wednesdays, on the same YouTube channel for the Hot Laps edition, where me and Wieslander will take you through what the guys face through the circuit of Germany. So again, guys, if you're new to Invictus, hit that bell at the top right-hand corner. Subscribe to us. If you subscribe and you hit that bell, you'll be notified every time we go live. We've got quite a few leagues running through the tiers. Where we've got the Formula 1 no assists. We've got the Formula 1 Performance League, which is where everyone's equal cars, which are assigned to them week in, week out, just on their previous week's outing. You've also got tonight's F2 and F3 equal performance, so guys, do join that. Hit us up on Twitter, because we have got other racing involved with the GT Sport. We've also got a FIFA League going on. Guys, get involved. Hit that bell, subscribe, get involved, tell your friends about it, and join the Invictus Racing League family. We bring you some serious racing, and we bring you action all through the week. I've thoroughly enjoyed commentating for you guys tonight. I hope you can join us again next week. Every single night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for the Invictus Racing League Formula 1 and Formula 2 and Formula 3. I've been Energy Dan. My co-commentator was Wieslander. We've thoroughly enjoyed commentating for you, and we hope to see you next week. You guys take care. See you soon.